Hi, I'm Tanner with Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. This morning we're coming to you live. We're going to go over a 2021 3-horse gooseneck. This is a Cimarron Norstar model. We've done a few upgrades to this trailer. We made it extra tall, extra wide. This trailer runs about 19 foot on the floor. Your curb weight on this is only like 5,400 pounds. So again, it's a really light trailer that you're gonna be able to haul 3 horses in and move around real efficiently, real effectively. We'll kind of walk around the trailer and show you some options we added to make this trailer one of a kind for you guys, and we'll go from there. Up underneath the nose of this trailer, we do just have your standard manual jack. This can be upgraded to an electric or a hydraulic jack through our shops, or if you have a trailer at home that you want that done on, we can do that for you as well. The wheels on this trailer are 100% aluminum wheels. Even the spare has an aluminum wheel. That way, if you do blow a tire, something of that nature, you're not riding on a donut or an off-matching steel wheel. Your trailer will still look good. You'll notice the green tab right here on the spare. I normally talk about it when we walk around the trailer. What that green tab means is this spare is nitrogen filled. The other tires are also nitrogen filled. And what that nitrogen filled tire does is it helps keep these tires from contracting and expanding in cold and hot weather. That way, if you wake up and you know it's a morning like this morning where it's 30 degrees in the morning and it's going to be 70 by the afternoon, you're not getting those PSI fluctuations that you would normally see with just a normal air-filled tire. Cool thing about them is if you do blow a tire or get low on air, you can just put normal air back in there and it'll mix just fine. And then you can fill it back with nitrogen if you go to a nitrogen dealer or a tire shop. Door on this trailer. This is an extra large door. We went to a 42-inch door versus a normal 32-inch. Just gives you a little more space. That way, if you're carrying saddles in and stuff like that, you're not having to try to squeeze by this door or squeeze by this saddle rack. On the door of this trailer, we do have a brush box as well as some Cimarron books. This brush box is about 6 inches deep. You're going to be able to keep your sprays in there, your brushes in there, and stuff like that. Just keep your stuff organized while you're traveling. Up top, we do have about a 15-inch bus sliding window. Cool thing I like about putting the window on a tack room, especially when your saddles are going to be right next to that window, is if you get nasty saddles in there, you get nasty blankets and stuff in there, it's real easy to open that window while you're traveling, and it just lets that cold air flow right over your saddles and blankets and keep them nice and dried out and not sweaty and nasty. We do have a fold-down step that we kind of started adding to all our trailers. This kind of eliminates that big step you'd get into most trailers, especially if your nose is jacked up quite a way. It's a real simple step. We started adding them to all our inventory trailers. We can add them to tack rooms, we can add them to escape doors. Anywhere you want to step, we can add this. It runs off a little hydraulic piston right here. That way it's not heavy and it's not bouncing around and you don't have to worry about latching it. It just holds itself up while you're traveling. Stepping into the tack room of this trailer. We did completely carpeted your drop wall, your bed. So up here it's carpeted. It's kind of a standard feature to carpet that, but then we went ahead and we carpeted your drop wall on this trailer as well, all the way down to our extra large boot box down here. This extra large boot box, again, we're just going to give you guys more storage, more room to organize. We made this tack room, it's a 4-foot short wall tack room, so it's a little bit bigger, give you guys a little more storage and a little more organization options in this trailer. Walking around this trailer, again, it is a fully insulated ceiling in this trailer, even in this tack area. That way, if you did want to throw a mattress in here, something of that nature, it's going to stay about 20% cooler in the summer for you guys in here, and then in the winter, it's going to stay about 20% warmer. That insulated roof really helps keep the temperature in here for you guys. Working down our partition wall here. Here's some bridle hooks. We got 2 sets of 3 bridle hooks. It is carpeted behind those bridle hooks. The reason we carpeted that again is because if you're having, bridles and conchos and stuff hanging here, moving around while you're traveling, they tend to scratch some paint up on some aluminum and stuff like that. So we carpet behind there to just keep this trailer looking nice, not keep your aluminum getting scratched and stuff like that. Again, if you were thinking about maybe custom building a trailer with us, we can go ahead and we can carpet this whole room if that's something you wanted. That's just how we set up this specific trailer. Here on this partition wall, again, it does have a walk-through door into your horse stall area. We don't see that a lot on your standard trailers. We see it a lot on living quarter trailers, but again, in a bigger tack room like this, it's gonna be, someone might end up trying to live in here, putting an AC in here, using this as a weekender type trailer. So if we put that walk-through door in that allows you to use that again as a mudroom like you would in a normal living quarters trailer if you are gonna be staying in here. The saddle rack in this, it's not a swing out saddle rack, it is a removable type saddle rack. The reason we made it removable is because when we get around to the back of this trailer, I'll show you guys, it's got a folding rear tack on this trailer. What that allows us to do is if you, again, did want to live in here, wanted a little more space, maybe for some chairs and stuff like that, you can take this out, move it to the back of the trailer, and it'll have the same hardware in the back of the trailer to move this saddle rack back there and to give you guys more room up here as well. Above me, here's a switch. We don't have power hooked up right now, but it is upgraded to OptiBrite lights all the way around this trailer. It's a higher output. You maybe have seen our old OptiBrite lights on our old trailers. It's going to be the same type light. It's going to just more focused light, and it's going to be more, how do you say it? More lumens for you guys. Coming down this tail side of this trailer, again, is kind of our same standard Cimarron setup. We do have bus windows on the tail side. If you guys were building the trailer, we can easily turn these to drops or alternate drop windows if that's something you guys wanted to do. But you'll notice just how more space you have up above those windows as you would see a normal trailer. A normal trailer, you're going to see the top of that trailer come to within about 2 inches of these bottom windows. This isn't extra tall, so this is a 7'7" tall trailer, so you get just that much more space for your horses up there. We do have a 16-inch awning light up there above these windows. Again, if you're gonna be saddling out here, I always talk about having effective lighting for mornings, nights, you know, stuff like that. You roll up to a trailhead or a rodeo and it's early in the morning, late at night. You're gonna be able to see what you're doing when you're saddling and blanketing your horses, keep you and your horses safe. This trailer is on two 6,000-pound Dexter rubber torsion axles. Again, you'll notice that these are the same aluminum wheels like on that spare on the front. They're all matching. I like it just because, again, like I said, if you blow a tire, you're going to throw that spare on here, you're not even going to know the difference. Again, there are green tabs on all these tires as well. They are nitrogen filled. We don't talk about colors a lot on trailers. You'll notice this trailer is white. Cimarron does offer quite a bit of colors. You can do white, blacks, charcoals, metallics, red if you wanted, something like that. That's always something that I think is super cool. If you want a custom order trailer, we can do that we don't talk about quite a bit. Here on this back side of the trailer, your load side, we do have kick mats on both your 50 or your 60/40 doors. And that's, again, you're gonna have horses moving, kicking, pawing and stuff. And what this kick mat does, it just helps, again, protect that aluminum. It's a lot easier to replace this kick mat or patch this kick mat than it is to replace or patch your aluminum or your frame or something like that. It just helps protect your trailer. We do, again, have 6 bridle hooks up above that kick mat. Again, more storage the better. You can hang bridle hooks on there, and again, that kick mat will kind of do what that carpet did up in the front tacks. It's gonna protect this aluminum from those bridles and stuff rubbing. Up in the front, I showed you guys that saddle rack and those blanket tiers right there on that saddle rack, and we talked a little bit about this folding tack. You'll notice up top, there is the same hardware as there was up front. So your saddle rack will go right to that post up top and right to that post in the floor, and you can move your saddles and blankets all back here and use that front room effectively. Also up above in this closet tack, again, is one of those OptiBrite lights, again, giving you guys enough light to see what tack you're grabbing, see what boots you're grabbing, see where your brushes and stuff are, if it's an early morning or a late night. Tack room operates super cool too. Again, right now we don't have this saddle rack back here, so you could use that for a hay room if you wanted to, a grain room or something like that. Or if you needed to jump an ATV in here or something like that, it's super easy to fold this over and get that extra space out of this trailer. You pull 2 pins, this whole tack wall will fold over and latch in place. And then that lets you use the full width of this trailer. And again, it is an extra wide trailer. A standard Cimarron trailer is about 6'10" wide. This is gonna be your 7.5 foot wide. With that 7.5 foot wide, you will notice you do get a little bit of wheel well on the inside of the trailer. Your standard Cimarron trailers or your standard width trailers, they're not gonna have that wheel well, so you'll lose a little bit down low, but you gain a lot more room in here up towards your head and tail area. It does have padded dividers in this trailer. That's an option we decided to add. Typically we order them standard without padded, but we wanted to make this a padded trailer just because, again, you're probably gonna be hauling bigger horses. This trailer is gonna fit, you know, your 17+ hand horses and give you extra room to spare on top of that. So on top of that, them horses are big. They're gonna be moving around quite a bit, so we want to give them a little bit more cushioning with these padded dividers. You do have your full stud stall here in your first stall as well. You'll notice at the bottom of this stud stall, we did leave about a 4-inch gap. The reason we do that, if you did want to run shavings or something in here, shavings, chips, anything like that, some bedding for your horses, that'll allow you to lay that bedding down and still be able to move that stud stall over the top of the bedding without, you know, dragging it back and forth and making your bedding pile up. Again, you'll see this walk-through door from that tack room. I like it because, again, this isn't a living quarters trailer necessarily, but it's a big enough tack that you could do some weekending out of it and live in it, especially if you installed an AC on the roof. And just using this walk-through door is, again, a mud room or a way to check on your horses if you're only hauling 2 or 1. A walk-through door, I think, is super awesome, as long as you have room and space to include it in your trailer. You don't want to try cramming a walk-through door in a small setup, because, again, it's just going to give you more pain than it would be, because you can't stack anything against that door, you can't do anything like that. But in a setup like this with the 4-foot short wall, front tack, this walk-through door is going to be a perfect fit for whoever's going to use it. Showed you the rubber kick mat on the back of this trailer. You'll notice it is wrapped all the way around this trailer as well. So again, we talked about them leaning and pawing on it. With it wrapped all the way around here, especially the extra tall here, you can see it's a little bit higher on this tail side to where their butt's going to be rubbing, their tail head's going to be. Again, it's just going to protect the side of that trailer, that aluminum sheeting. And then you'll notice here on your bus windows, they all are also jail barred. What that does is, again, them taller than 17+ hand horses, their tail head's going to be up at that window level. And that's just going to help keep their tail head out of them screens, out of them windows, and again, keep you from popping windows and screens while you're traveling. Top side of this, again, we're 7'7" tall, so you can see just how tall this trailer is. We do have air vents in every single one of your stalls. We can move these air vents. We talked a little bit about it the other day. We can move these air vents to wherever you want them. If you wanted these positioned over your horse's head to get that airflow over your horse's head, or if you wanted them offset, we can put these air vents wherever you wanted if you wanted to custom build a trailer. But again, they're 2-way air vents. You can push them one way to pull air in, and you can push them the other way to pull air out. That way you're getting fresh, clean air for your horses going down the road. In each one of these stalls, we do have 2 tie rings up here at the top. Again, that way you can tie your horses to one, you can hang feed bags in the other one. If you're not in the mood for hanging feed bags or hanging hay nets or anything like that, we can always mount you a corner feed bag right here. It's more like an actual feeder bunk. It's real sturdy. It's not just a bag that hangs there. That way you can feed your horses, grain your horses while you're traveling. The last thing I want to talk about on this inside is going to be Cimarron's latch system. A lot of times people come in and they see this plastic latch right here, and it kind of scares some people off just because it is plastic and they're used to metal latches, latch into metal. What they don't know is it's actually a lot stronger, just because this metal, if this was a metal latch, that metal's going to wear on each other, and once that starts wearing out, it's going to rattle more, so it's going to be louder for your horses. And then once it gets to a point it wears out so much, this is going to start popping open while it travels. Cimarron using this plastic latch, I mean, it's going to take forever for that plastic and metal to wear out, and again, it's super quiet for your horses versus metal on metal rattling and shaking while you're traveling. And the one, last but not least, the coolest thing about a Cimarron trailer is you're getting the best aluminum floor you can buy on the market today. Cimarron, they built their floor on 4-inch centers, which automatically makes it the most sturdy. Most companies are on 5-inch centers, 6-inch centers. By going to 4, it gives your horses, no matter where your horses are standing, it gives your horses a support beam to stand over. That way their foot's not in between support beams. They're not hitting a weak spot in the floor. No matter where a horse's foot sits on this trailer, it'll be directly over support beam. On top of that, they're the only company that does a V-truss system, which again, if you think about it, a triangle is the strongest shape. So every support, every 4 inches is going to have a triangle support underneath there. Again, it's the strongest floor on the market you can get today. Up top of this trailer, you just have your standard brake lights as well as your 8-inch awning light for loading horses. Coming around to the head side of this trailer, we do have these nice big Cimarron drop-down windows. I love their drop-down windows. I always talk about how much I like them. They're super easy to use. You can one-hand use them. The thing I like about them, I talk a lot about controlling airflow for your horses. Again, horses are kind of like us. If they could, they would have climate-controlled ACs in their trailer just like we do our car. They like to be at that comfortable temperature. What this does for you guys is it gives you a couple different options on how to cool your horses. If it's, mildly cold out and you want to give just a little bit of air for your horses, you can shut everything up and just open your little sliding windows right here. Or if it gets a little warmer, you can drop your windows and get a lot more airflow for your horses. So you have a bunch of different combinations to get that right temperature for your horses. You have your back bus windows you can open, you have your roof air vents, you have your sliding type windows, and then again, your max airflow is going to be those drop downs all the way down. You can travel with them down like this too. They latch in place. They will be sturdy going down the road. They're not going to swing and flap while you're traveling. But another cool thing I like about Cimarron's windows is I talked a little bit about feeding them on the inside. You can drop those jail bars down super easy. If you have a horse tied in there that you need to feed or grain or something like that, or you stop for gas and want to check on them, you can drop this drop down in, climb up on your running board, check on your horses, feed your horses. The other cool thing I like about it is I'm a big fan of untying your horses before you go to unload them. You can do it either way, however you guys see fit. But I've been in a couple binds a couple times to where you open your back door and you got to crawl by your horse to untie them. When you do that, they start backing out, getting antsy because they know they're unloaded, and you can get in a bind pretty quick. These big drop downs and this rail right here to stand on, it's really easy to reach up, untie your horse, open your back door, and just let them back out without you underneath them getting in trouble. Again, I think Cimarron's drop downs are really slick and really easy to use. Again, there's those nice looking aluminum wheels. Up top too, above these drop downs, we do have another 16-inch awning light. Again, if you did want to saddle on this side of the trailer. Cool thing I like about it is, again, kind of like we talked about with that walk-through door. Say you were hauling 3 and you had one that kicked or something like that, so you needed to tie 2 on the other side and 1 on this side. You could saddle off that other side out of your tack room door. If you had a horse tied right here, you could open your walk-through, come right out here with your saddles and saddle on this side. That way you're not walking all the way around the trailer every time you need to grab something for the one horse that's on this off side. It does have an escape door on this trailer. Cool thing I like about escape doors is, again, using that as a mud room. You're not gonna have to go through the rear of the trailer. You can come right here through the side, get to your hay, grain, whatever you have stored in this first stall if that's something you did. And again, if you're muddy and didn't want to get your carpeted tack room dirty, you can hose off, take your clothes off right here and go right into your tack room and not have to wander around the trailer. Another purpose the escape door serves is, you get in a wreck or something going down the highway, if something happens like that and your back door gets, wedged shut, or it's up against a rock or flipped or something, you can't open those back doors. It gives you another access point to be able to, get horses out through the front of this trailer in an emergency situation. Cool thing I like about it is on Cimarron's drop door, it also has a drop window right here for that first horse. A lot of times you'll see like a smaller window or an inoperable window or no window at all. By putting a little smaller drop window right here, it just gives you that ability to give that front horse in your first stall a little more airflow. It's going to operate just the same as the other ones. You're going to be able to open your bus window here in the middle, as well as open your jail bars right here and check on them, feed on them, and stuff like that. I think Cimarron's Windows operating system is a super slick, super easy to operate system. Again, this is a 2021, extra tall, extra wide. I think it's the last 3 horse we have on the lot right now, so if it's something you're interested in, you can jump on this one. But the cool thing right now is we are doing a bunch of orders, and it's super cool if you guys wanted to come order a trailer with us. You sit down, you spend half an hour with us building your dream trailer, pretty much from the ground up, and then we get to see that process with you guys, and it's really fun for us. But if you're interested in this trailer, the stock number for this trailer is 5N201018. Again, it's a 2021 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse gooseneck. It's extra tall, extra wide. We put a little bit bigger tack with a couple upgrades on it. If you're interested in this trailer or building the trailer like I talked, feel free to give me a call at 303-684-3409. My name's Tanner. Thanks for tuning in.